Running a business means you're keeping track of a lot of moving pieces. You know, those mile-long to-do lists, keeping your inventory organized, creating content for social media, and so much more. It can get overwhelming pretty quickly. I used to rely on just my motivation alone to get me through. And let me tell you, that left me feeling scattered and like I had to start over every time I messed up. But lately, I'm focusing on something a little bit different. Today, we're talking about systems. Hey, friend. Welcome back to Sparkle and Shine. I'm your host, Cassandra, and this is the podcast where we talk about building a small business, chasing your dreams, and learning the real lessons along the way. Each week, I'll be sharing what I'm learning in my own business, the wins, the struggles, and the lessons that come along with it. So if you're building something of your own too, you're definitely in the right place. All right, let's get into today's episode. Lately, I've been thinking about what's been frustrating or challenging for me in my business. And these are the things that I noticed popping up. I had tons of ideas, but no structure to organize them or utilize those ideas to push my business in the direction I want it to go. There'd be some days where I'd have a super productive day and I'd get like 20 things on my to-do list done. Pretty sure that's an exaggeration, but after that super productive day, the next day, I was basically a couch potato and didn't accomplish anything. I knew what I should be doing, but I wasn't doing it consistently. And every time I messed up, I felt like I had to start over from scratch. That's when I kind of started to realize I don't need more motivation. I need something to support me. I started to think back to the days when I used to work retail. One of the goals that we always had was to set the next shift up for success. We weren't always perfect at it. In fact, we were never perfect at it. But when you start to do different tasks that set that next shift up for success, you're putting a system in place. It's a roadmap, it's a guide, it's going to lead you to where you want to be. So I decided I need to start putting small systems into place in my own business. It doesn't need to be fancy, it doesn't need to be complicated. It just needs to help me show up and slowly move the needle forward in my business. So, let me tell you about 4 systems that I have implemented. System number 1 is a daily priority list. Before, I used to write these huge mile-long to-do lists, sometimes with 100 different things on it. I would feel so incredibly overwhelmed, wouldn't know where to start, and of course, I never finished them. Now, I've switched to a daily priority list. I pick 3 to 5 tasks that are my must get done tasks today. It helps me focus on what actually matters instead of trying to do everything, and it cuts down on the overwhelm. System number 2, that would be a content idea bank. So I used to get ideas at really random times and I'd forget about them. And then when it came time to make content, I'd be like, I do not know what to post today. What am I going to put out there in the world? So now I've created a content idea bank in Notion where I can keep all of my ideas straight and I'm not starting from scratch when it's time to sit down and make content. Right. System number 3 is inventory tracking. I used to track my inventory manually, and that was because all of my product cards had 2 handwritten tags on the back, one with the price tag and one with the SKU number. When it came time to do an inventory count, I had to ask my husband to help me. He would read off the SKU number and tell me how many pieces there were, and I would update it in the computer. And the process honestly took days. So my system here was I upgraded and started putting barcodes on the back of all my product cards. Now I can just quickly scan an item, adjust the inventory, and I'm good to go. It also helps me at craft shows and markets because it speeds up the checkout process. It saves me so much time and stress as well. And finally, system number 4 is creating an event prep checklist for myself. If you've ever gone to a market or event and you've forgotten to bring something like your card reader or your tablecloths, you're not alone. Many of us have been there before. And having an event prep checklist, it just makes it so you don't forget anything important. My checklist covers all of the things I need to do to prep for my event, what I need to pack for my event, and even a couple talking points for when I'm in the booth. It just makes everything go smoother and it becomes less stressful. So let's zoom out a little bit and look at the big message here. None of these systems are complicated, and simple systems add up. One of my favorite mantras is small steps will lead to big results. It's just a reminder that if you keep going, momentum will start to build. So I want you to remember your systems don't have to be perfect. They just have to help keep moving you forward. As I have started implementing different systems into my business, I feel like I have been able to become more consistent, a little bit more organized and on top of things, and surprisingly, a little bit more confident in myself and my business. Here's your challenge this week. I want you to pick one messy area in your business and then create one simple system to improve or fix that messy area. So you could borrow one of my 4 systems or come up with something completely different. Here's a quick bonus system that I implemented this week. I started a daily business reflection journal where every day I just jot down what happened in my business, the wins, the challenges, and any lessons I'm learning along the way. It's going to allow me to tell my story more clearly and more authentically, while also being able to pull my real life, real time business lessons and share them with you right here on the podcast. Well, friend, that's about all I have for you today. Thank you for being here with me. Tune in next week and I'll tell you more about how my first craft show of the year went, and we'll talk all things market prep. Until next time, keep showing up with heart, believe in yourself, and keep shining.